Well, I hope it goes down some more, Mandy, because ultimately for me, I am constantly buying shares, and the cheaper the shares, the happier I am. So when I see a sea of red, I am absolutely delighted. You have to remember, Mandy, that ultimately there is just so much cash out there, and the global economy is recovering. I mean, we see that from the earnings reports from so many American companies, and things are getting better now. So I'm not entirely surprised that there is some profit taking. But in the long run, I would think that for the whole of 2021 and even beyond that, I think it is going to be pretty good for stock pickers and also for anybody that wants to stay in the stock market.
So you're rubbing your hands with glee as you watch these markets and stocks go down. What would you like to see go down a little bit more before you start buying?
Well, none, quite frankly, Mandy, because I mean, I am buying all the time. So when stock prices are high, I buy less. And when stock prices are low, I buy more. But I am constantly buying. You only have to have a look at, say, the earnings report that came out from Procter and Gamble. I mean, it was saying that, sure, people are still very concerned about the coronavirus. They're still buying detergents. They're still buying cleaning equipment. But at the same time, they're also buying personal care products. They're buying cosmetics. So what it seems to me is that, yes, on the one hand, people, thankfully, are not stopping washing at the moment. But at the same time, they're also very mindful of the fact that the economies are opening up and people are able to go out again, and people want to look good when they do go out, which reminds me, I need to get some new foundation sometime.
Yeah, you do. Well, have a long list, shopping list out, David. That just threw me off for a second. But I do want to get in your perspective on that very point. Do you think consumer companies are getting their pricing power back, and that would be margin accretive, which essentially makes them attractive from an investment standpoint?
Oh, sure. You only have to have a look at the earnings report that came out from three companies. One of them was Kimberly-Clark, the other one was Coca-Cola, and the third one was Procter and Gamble. All three of them have indicated that they are going to increase prices, and they have to increase prices because they say that there is some pressure in terms of their buying of commodities. Now, only certain companies are able to increase prices without damaging their sales. And when you have a look at these three companies, and the two of them that I own shares in is Procter and Gamble and Coca-Cola, I mean, they have got huge margins there. Their profitability is so high that it is really not that difficult for them to raise prices. And quite often, when people say, doesn't it damage a company's sales when they increase prices? And I ask them in return, I say, how much does a can of Coke actually cost? How much did you pay for that detergent that you bought from the supermarket? If they were to increase prices, say, 2 or 3%, would you even notice it? And the answer is probably not. And so therefore, that is what I mean when I'm saying that companies have pricing power, because people don't really recognize the fact that prices have actually gone up and they will still go out and buy those products.